Hello guys, I'm starting off today's vlog a little bit later than I normally would start off a video, but it's because Dana opens today after having to close 3 days in a row, which means that we can actually get some stuff done together and have some more time together that isn't like eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed. I need to do dishes. I'm gonna start them right now. Dana is off work at 5 o'clock. And it is 4:47. So when Dana gets home, I want to put on some music, grab a beer, head to the basement. I'm going to get the Kills, which is a special type of primer that I'm going to use because we have smoke damage in the basement, which I think I showed in the last video as well. Is I'm actually going to be starting working on the basement a little bit. I would like to scrub the walls. They look dirty, I promise you they're not. Unfortunately, the previous owner allowed a problem with this pellet stove here to take place, and rather than fix it, they tried to cover up the mess. So this is smoke damage. So I'm going to be covering the walls with Kills to make sure that none of that smoke damage seeps through my new paint. I'm also going to be pricing out some farm wood. I'm going to see if I can find some barn wood or some pallet wood, and we're going to cover this beam to give it a finish that makes it appear to be a solid wood beam, along with this pillar here. Then another thing we plan on doing is building a bar. Dana's already started sketching it out. He's gonna build it himself. We're gonna frame it in 2x4. And then he's going to brace it with wood that we find either at antique shops or on our property, and then we're going to weather it so that it has a rustic feel to it. And then the top of the bar, we're either going to go with galvanized metal siding as the top, and then put glass on top of that, so it's not so it's flat for beers and for drinks to be able to sit on top, obviously. Or we are going to do a birch wood top that is then covered in like coasters from all the breweries we've been to on our travels and here in Michigan, along with many different bottle caps, and we're going to make our own kind of mosaic bottle cap / coaster polyurethane top. I'm not really sure yet. Unfortunately, Dana closes again, so I will start painting it tomorrow because we have guests this weekend. So Dana just got home, as you can see.
Possibly catching.
Here's Dana.
Hi.
He came home with a bunch of printouts of a state park that we need to try out, a trail at least that we need to try out. We're still on the hunt for like a bunch of the parks up here.
So far I found 3 that we have to go for.
Yeah, he's found 3, and then there's like a handful that we already knew about, but he's like digging and talking to the locals at work and trying to get some more information for us to go and hike and explore a little bit more. This is as far as I've gotten with the dishes. Big difference from when I showed you guys last. I just need to let the water heater fill back up because the water is kind of like lukewarm, and I like to do dishes in very hot water, so because I don't use the dishwasher. So, thing I just got Dana's opinion on. This wall here, super bare. We had no intention of leaving it like this, of course. This is our vintage map of Michigan that shows all the railroads and also shows all the shipping lanes. It was made in 1924 or 25, I can't recall which, but it has a lot of decommissioned tracks, and I gave it to Dana as a gift a couple years ago. I have some of our photos from our previous gallery wall. We're doing it. I made a little schematic to give Dana an idea of what my thoughts were. I gave like 3 different options. So the top one is with the photo that's already there with the X, and then either side would be the 11x17s. This one, it has a little sign that we would find kind of like this sign like that, but shorter, that would go above the frame in the center, and then you have the 11x17s, and then you have 2 4x6s on either side. This one kind of makes a diamond shape with the negative space, but the one that we're gonna go with is the middle one. I know it looks a little bit crowded in this little doodle, but it's a doodle. It'll look a lot better in person.
It's a pretty damn nice doodle.
You're looking good up there.
Am I?
Alright, that's our masterpiece for now. We're gonna probably put something below since we ended up deciding to put these above. Operation Gallery Wall. Successful. Okay, we will see you when we get downstairs. Dana's going through and removing any nails or anything in the wall so that we can paint and also so that we can patch holes. I am doing is covering that smoke damage I showed you guys with a layer of Kills. You can see it's pretty glossy. And you can also see the difference because the actual paneling is like an off-white color and Kills is bright white. So that's what we're doing right now. Dana has gone around and removed all the faceplates for me so that I can paint around them without having to tape them off. It's way easier that way. And I'm gonna take me and my beer and go start dinner. Alright guys, tonight's one of those nights that I'm making what I like to call a dump recipe. It's where I take a bunch of things, figure out how I can make it into something, dump it together, and turn it into a casserole. I have sausage, which is the sausage we had the other night. You guys saw us eat these, they're awesome. This is a gift from our Omaha steak box. I have feta cheese, I have tomatoes, butter, rice pilaf. I might actually add another bag so I have enough. And then I'm gonna make my own kind of sauce. I'll show you that in a second. Some sweet corn, using up the rest of my mushrooms and pepper. And then I have barbecue sauce and cheese, which I'll also use the paste with a little bit of chicken stock. And I'm gonna make a sauce situation. I'm deciding to season the pan with some coconut oil. Reason being is this type of a dish, due to the rice and a couple of the other ingredients I'm using, can come off a little bit salty. Everything is a little bit higher in sodium in general. Also, it has more of a mesquite, smoky type flavor, so the coconut oil will be a little bit healthier, will burn a little bit smoother, and will add a little bit of sweetness that I think this recipe will need. Dana is being my helper. He is going to slice all the sausages for me in little circles. What do you think about your task?
I'm a sous chef. What's my favorite part?
Is it just using the knives?
I get to use knives.
Yeah, and you're just drinking a beer using a knife?
I'm actually out of beer. Can you give me a beer?
Yeah. Alright, we promised that segue was not planned. But Dana's had a long day. He didn't sleep very well last night. So I am going to untap.
Oh, I'm getting a new one.
It's called the Icy Bay IPA. It's part of the Alaskan set that I got. The only thing that sucks about the Alaskan ones that we got would be that they're discontinued. So if you fall in love, get it while it's there, because when it's gone, it's gone. It is 6.2%. It was bottled in 2016, so it's gonna have some age to it.
I know I've been saying this a lot, but it smells like a double.
Well, if you do love it, I'll get more 12 packs. It's $8, a good buy.
I do love it. Actually, almost like a Centennial style hops. Really on the darker side of an ale, or an IPA rather. Maybe it's because it's aged, like you said.
So deeper, more of a rich.
Yeah, more of a robust, deep taste.
Like full-bodied.
Kind of like a double. And I would expect there's a lot of...
Do you taste like, is it very citrusy? Is it floral? Is it piney?
It's a little on the citrusy side for me, but not terribly bad. It's good.
Before you guys say anything, I know this looks like a disaster in a pan, but it's not. It's minced garlic, butter, and coconut oil. So once it simmers down and melts a little bit, it won't look like I broke a can of random stuff into a pan. So we have the sausage in there with the oil mixture and minced garlic. I just put some chicken stock in there and the diced pepper. The rice is still becoming rice. Nat is now working on mushrooms and tomato. I've opened up all the things I need to add. So this is gonna be kind of like a gumbo and kind of like a Cajun casserole. I'm not really sure what I would call it, but it's my concoction, so who knows. But if you want to gather these random ingredients, you know, let me know how it goes. Okay, rice is done. What I've done is add all the veggies and everything to the pan. There's tomato paste, and then about a tablespoon of that barbecue sauce I showed you, and then there is 3 tablespoons of queso cheese that I've added. And then I will throw the rice into this mixture. I'm not going to bake it or anything, but it definitely would resemble more of a casserole than anything else. I taste it to make sure my spices are fine, so I really like it.
It looks very warm.
It's a good winter meal. It's hearty. It's chunky.
Very good.
What does it taste like?
It has like a very tomato mixture with almost like a Creole
That's what I was going for. Like a Creole butter,
taste.
Cajun type flavor, like smoky, but like cheesy
Yep.
and rich
Yeah.
with like a lot of different textures.
Yeah, it's got a lot of different flavors in it. It's really good.
It's good. It would be good with like shrimp.
Yes.
Like shrimp in it would be good. All right, guys, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you for watching this vlog. We probably aren't going to bed. We're either gonna watch a movie or work in the basement more. We shall see. If you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button. It's right down there below our faces somewhere in one of these corners. I have no idea which. And smash the like button. Likes let us know that you are liking the content we're putting out and that you'd like to see more videos like this. Don't already get our notifications. Smash the bell too while you're at it. You know, smash the like, smash the bell, smashing frenzy,
Just
really.
smash something.
Yeah, for sure.
It's great. It's
Let your anger
therapeutic.
out, you know? It's like supportive anger.
It's good.
Yeah.
Right?
Otherwise, cheers.
Cheers.